Are you arguing for your own limitations? Here's how to find out. Start with anything you feel strongly or have a need to be right about and challenge it as follows. Let's say you were raised religious and have a strong belief in God. In order to test and see if you're arguing for your own limitations, just reverse and challenge that belief by saying, there is no God, or God is not real, and then check and see if there's a physical or emotional reaction in the body. You can also try this if you're irreligious or atheistic and have a strong belief that there's no God, right? Just reverse and challenge it. Say, there is a God, and see if the body reacts. If you do notice a physical or emotional reaction in the body, that just means that you're using that particular belief to argue for your own limitations, defend your suffering, and stay emotionally repressed. Let me unpack that a little. The reason that we have a strong belief in anything is ultimately to protect ourselves, but not to protect ourselves from anything out there, to protect ourselves from what's been inside of us since we were kids. Buried repressed emotions force us into identification with belief, which means they compel us to believe things about ourselves, others, and the world as a way to distract us from the fact that they're there. For instance, in the aforementioned examples, person 1 has to believe that God is real, so he doesn't have to know about, access, feel, or express his buried hurt. Person 2 has to believe that there is no God, so she doesn't have to know about, access, feel, or express her buried anger. The question isn't even if it's true or not true. The question is it effective in keeping me from feeling what I don't want to feel? And if it is, I'm going to argue for it. The ironic thing is most people on a conscious level think that they're arguing points, right? Like they're debating who's right and who's wrong, when what they're really trying to do at an unconscious level is stay safe. Right equals safe from buried emotions. Wrong equals unsafe from buried emotions. And this is why most people would rather be right than happy, would rather argue for their limitations, would rather defend their suffering because it's safer to suffer than it is to feel and express what's true, our buried childhood emotions. So ultimately, the path to true emotional freedom is to stop arguing for our own limitations by challenging anything and everything that we believe, right? Now, most people won't do this until they've suffered a lot under the weight of their own beliefs. It's a lot like an alcoholic with his alcohol, yeah? It works until it doesn't. So, if you or someone you know is suffering and arguing for limitations, the best thing to do is to let that happen until you or they hit bottom and are ready to stop. If and when you are, visit repressiontest.com.